This is an introduction to cobol.run, a service that lets you migrate your existing COBOL applications to a serverless cloud architecture. The service uses OpenWhisk on IBM. OpenWhisk is a function as a service platform, and it's an open source project, but we're going to be using the hosted version provided by IBM OpenWhisk. Going to take just a minute and go over how it works. So we're going to create essentially a hello world application in COBOL, throw it up to cobol.run and run it, see the result, and then talk for a minute about how this all works. So OpenWhisk provides a command line interface called WSK, Wisc. We've created, as part of the cobol.run service, we have an action, an OpenWhisk action called compile and run. It allows you to send a COBOL source code string up to one of our OpenWhisk actions. It uses the GNU COBOL compiler to compile the source code and then execute it and then return the result as a JSON object. So this command right here will invoke our action and then pass as arguments the arguments defined in this param file command line option here, which we're going to look at just a second before we run this command. So if we just open this up real quick, just a simple JSON object. Options and source, these are a part of the parameters defined by the cobol.run service. Options, so dialect, we're using COBOL 2014. It's a newer COBOL standard that provides a lot of additional features, and it provides a little more relaxed syntax and so forth. The service supports a lot of dialects through the GNU COBOL compiler, Microfocus, COBOL 2002, 85, and other things. And then the source string. So this is just a really simple COBOL program crammed into a small string here. Program ID hello, and we're essentially just printing out hello world. This is our simple hello world example. This object right here is going to be passed, it's going to be sent as the body of a post request to our OpenWhisk action. So if we just run this command we had up earlier, Whisk action invoke, we send that file, and great, we get this response here, this JSON object. The response code is 0, so we typical Unix type response code. 0 means no error, and the output is hello world. That's exactly what our COBOL program was to display. So, for example, if we just go in here and if we change this to something else, right? Second try, changing the string a little bit here, and just if we invoke it again, our new COBOL program is sent to cobol.run. We get the new output from the service because it's compiling the program and then running it dynamically every time, and we get the new result. So great. It works how we expect. Obviously, you don't want to write all of your programs inside of a JSON string, but this type of API gives you a pretty convenient way to take your existing COBOL programs and essentially get the source code and send them into this API to have them run on the cloud. We can also debug things pretty easily, and we can monitor our service through OpenWhisk. So this is the OpenWhisk interface. This is our compile and run action that we've been invoking. It gives us timestamps. This is a simple log. So this is the most recent one that we ran, hello world second try. Ran it just now. If you click on each of these items, you get this JSON object contains a lot more information about the environment, about the runtime situation of the action, and we get some logs. So the cobol.run service is spitting out some additional information. This is the payload that we sent it. So these options, so the dialect with COBOL 2014 set, and this is our actual program here that was sent up and was compiled and ran, and then it outputs the command line arguments used by the cobc compiler, and it gives us some other useful information. So quick overview of cobol.run, not much to it. The process of getting this all built and working reliably was a little bit more involved, but we'll go over that in a subsequent video. But for now, take a look, github.com/morecobol/cobol.run. There's great documentation here, gives a quick overview similar to this video, and an example and API documentation. So definitely check that out and get your COBOL applications up and running on the cloud.